very deep indeed. And whenever Manchester United and Liverpool lock horns, the football world sits up and takes notice. Paul Parker plays his first league game for 6 months. One of 9 full internationals fielded by Alex Ferguson today. But the doyen of them all, Brian Robson, is still sidelined with calf trouble. So Darren Ferguson stays in midfield. Defensively, the side is in great shape. But if they are finally to win the championship, everyone here knows they have to find the route to goal on a much more regular basis.
Yeah, no surprises in the lineup either, Martin. As you say, that back four will take some breaking down today. But it's at the other end of the pitch where Alex had his problems, Alex Ferguson. Big onus on Mark Hughes and Brian McClair, and can Kanchelskis and Giggs cause them Liverpool problems down the flanks?
Well, the progress of the junior members of the Souness squad has satisfied the manager so much that on current form, he says, the likes of Jamie Redknapp, John Hutchison and Mike Marsh would keep their places even if all the missing stars were fit. Jan Mulby is back, and he comes in for Mark Walters, who limped out of a training session on Friday. Rob Jones not quite ready yet. Mark Wright not involved, but Michael Thomas is a substitute after playing 70 minutes of a B-team game yesterday.
Yeah, I did wonder how they would play. I wonder whether Ronnie Rosenthal would play up front with Ian Rush, but that's not going to happen.
Liverpool in green. If support counts for anything, the odds overwhelmingly in United's favour. Liverpool officially restricted to some 700 tickets. Here's Hutchison. Well, Keith Hackett, who was 5 yards away, quite emphatically. Kanchelskis, Burrows though not sitting back, forcing back in fact, Andrei Kanchelskis. Nicely done by Irwin, playing over the top of Marsh. Giggs, Hughes trying to get in first, and it won't roll for McClair. Certainly, if it was there, it wasn't heard. Hutchison. 0-1 back for United by Ferguson. Giggs, McClair, bounced off Nicol. Who managed to get the ball without provoking a blast on the whistle from Keith Hackett. But look at Manchester United swarming them forward here. Mulby. That was made easy for Rush by the precision from Mulby. Rosenthal, who is a natural runner with the ball. Parker's very quick, but short on matches, and he can't prevent the cross for Liverpool in this match. Redknapp and Rush to Mulby. Well, so many England call-ups over the past year or so. Played in the World Cup semi-final, remember. Goes off Parker for a Liverpool corner. Coming up to 19 minutes gone. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 0. United haven't beaten Liverpool in the league in any of the last 3 seasons. McManaman and Burrows with their version of the short corner. In for McManaman. Oh, and for a second it looked as though Rush's great moment might be looming. Picnic. McManaman. Manchester United's proud defensive record under threat here. 7 games, 3 straight wins. They've not betrayed the philosophy of the way Liverpool teams play the game.
A tall order indeed. Martin.
Here is Rosenthal. Mulby. Plenty of numbers in midfield suiting Liverpool. Marsh. Now Redknapp. Slow to get a challenge in, really. But it breaks down with... Owen's header. Redknapp got in quickly. This is McManaman. Mulvey. And again. Hutchison. Oh, they're backing off him. And it came off Bruce, and it's ended up in the back of the net. And Liverpool have taken the lead. And Hutchison has played a major role for Liverpool again.
Well, they've allowed them to work the position, didn't they? I said if they allow Liverpool to pass the ball around and create openings, they could pay for it. I think they don't go and close the ball down the way they should. Look, Steve Bruce goes late, gets the deflection, and that's the crucial moment in that.
For Paul Gascoigne. And his sense of goal grabbing from midfield has brought him a goal, albeit with the help of a big deflection, for the fourth successive game. Rosenthal. Mulvey. Rush making his movement across the edge of the penalty area, trying to drag defenders away from players like Rosenthal. But how will Liverpool go from here? Just showing one or two signs of defending perhaps a little deeper than Graham Souness would like. Having got their noses in front. Giggs. There's the space to get past Marsh. There is. It's wonderful work from Giggs. McClare tried to let it run, and it will. Manchester United, because they've got to try and get it back. Liverpool, because they've got to defend it. Kanchelskis, there's no flag this time, but there is Grobbelaar. Here it comes. Not far short of us up here.
What Liverpool are doing quite well at the moment is when they lose the ball, they're pulling everyone back behind it if they can, apart from Ian Rush. And saying to Manchester United, that situation for goalkeepers, if they don't quite see what's happening. Well, luckily Bruce is alive as always.
Luckily, the rules seem to be invented for a player of his temperament. McManaman. Who's going to chase this one? It's Kanchelskis. Liverpool were wrong-footed. McClare's by the far post. Inability to score goals. Now they've stuck Ryan Giggs through the middle. Oh, and it's very near. It's Chester. They've seen plenty of each other since. Danger of overdoing it on the ball, but he's kept it with Liverpool with the help of Torben Picnic. Broke on it really, and that there was a lot more money available, and it was an auction. If it had come down to that, United would have lost, so better to bow out gracefully. Hutchison. Well played by Mulvey. Rosenthal, not short of confidence in his task, although he's had not much joy over the last 15 minutes or so down the left. He's gone on through the middle at the moment. Burrow is holding on this near touchline. Hutchison is perhaps thinking about another shot. Took his eye off the ball for a fraction. Kanchelskis. Liverpool's target now, over the next couple of minutes, just to see it safely through to half-time if they can. There might be a scare for them here, though. Kanchelskis. And still. Here's Ferguson. Kanchelskis again. In from Parker. Off the knee of Nicol, headed back by Ince. McClare. Oh, it's a fine ball. Ferguson was the most committed at the cross, but it's brought away by McManaman. Giggs having to track back. Liverpool again well represented in the centre of midfield. Mulvey. Oh, for Rosenthal. United are opened up. The ball's past Schmeichel, but not past Pallister. Rosenthal again. Back to him from Hutchison. Ronnie Rosenthal. Redknapp for the cutback. Rush! A moment of history for Ian Rush. This genuinely great goal scorer now leads the Liverpool list. The magic number 287. And oddly, his first in 10 attempts at Old Trafford. Now to be remembered as the ground where he overtook Roger Hunt.
And one
For Giggs. Now Manchester United need this. The first goal was conceded, which meant so much to Liverpool. Giggs deciding to whip it in early. Spotted by Picnic at the Stretford end. The end that they're attacking. Hughes, the end that they're scoring, are they? They are! 2-1.
Well, I said it might take a piece of magic, and what a magical finish it was from Mark Hughes. Superb vision.
Here's Giggs. Pallister. Setting off through the centre. Hughes was there as well, and Grobbelaar will want to kick the ball out here because Mulvey is injured. Look at this. He certainly hasn't kicked it out, he's kicked it. Hutchison is going to do it. Grobbelaar.
Marsh is struggling with the injury he picked up a minute ago.
Rush trying to keep Manchester United occupied in this half of the pitch. He's well equipped to do that.
Well, they've got a finish on now, haven't they?
And injuries have been a factor for so many clubs this season. A long time that they've been suffering in that respect. And another major problem in that respect to Jan Mulvey. Here's Ince. Very well played by Marsh. Thomas, Rosenthal.
Well, for Liverpool, you just want to take this for a run. You just want to keep the ball. You can get it in the corners, you'd do that, won't you?
Picnic has got to keep his nerve here, and my word.
That's super play, wasn't it?
It's not the first time this afternoon that the sophistication of his defending has been impressive.
Well, Steve Bruce is now playing up front as well. It looks like Fergie said, listen, we've got to get up there. Get up there, Steve. Use your height, use your weight. See if you can upset someone.
Giggs with the corner. Grobbelaar off his line. Helped by Rush. Blackmore. Everyone regrouping in the centre. Burrows putting it away. Picnic. Well, Manchester United sense the road to recovery that they were finding very difficult to locate, and Liverpool labouring now. Hughes, marketed throw. Ian Rush simply trying to use up time. And his record-breaking goal won't mean quite so much if it doesn't turn out to be the winner. Parker for Manchester United.
Well, would you believe it? What a great ball that was in from Ryan Giggs. And he's gotten a result at a game that for a long period of time they looked to be losing.
All the scoring responsibility seemed to be heaped on his shoulders. 2 in the last 10 minutes for Hughes.
Well, it's something you don't see enough of for me these days. Brian McClair makes it difficult for Mike Marsh, but it's delivered to the near post, and that's how you attack the ball in there. He's got every right to be delighted with that.
Liverpool have lost their way in the closing stages. Out of your picture to calm things down. In fact, the final whistle has gone. And there is still work for Keith Hackett to do to get the players to the dressing room. David Burrows, like all the Liverpool players, bitterly disappointed. Mark Hughes has brought such joy to his teammates and to Manchester United. And in the nick of time, with his second goal, robs Ian Rush of true satisfaction on the day that he's broken Roger Hunt's record. And Liverpool led by 2-0. Rush with the second of those two. Don Hutchison deflected effort the first. A draw is always a good bet when these two great rivals take on each other, and it's come up again, but rarely in such dramatic circumstances.